Hey, it's Avi. I'm going to show you how I made this default shadow box card. Please double check and triple check all measurements for card base, score lines, and cut lines. The card base measures at 8.5 by 5.5 inches. Place card base and paper trimmer along the 5.5-inch edge, move to 4 3/4 inches, and cut from 3/4 of an inch to 5 inches. Flip card base over and repeat on the other side. Rotate card base to 8.5-inch edge and score at 3/4 of an inch, 1.5 inches, and 5 inches in between the cut lines. Score at 4 3/8 from the top to the cut line. Flip card base over and repeat. Then make a full score line at 6 3/8. Fold score lines mountain, valley, mountain, mountain, valley. To create the front panel, I trimmed down a piece of cardstock measuring at 4 1/8 by 5 1/4, rotated the panel to 5 1/4 inches, moved to the 1/2 inch mark, and cut from 1/2 inch down. I repeated that process on the other side. Then I rotated the panel to the 4 1/8 inch edge, moved it over to the 1/2 inch mark, and cut from 1/2 inch down to 4 3/4 inches. The side panel measures at 1 3/4 by 5 1/4 inches. I placed it in the paper trimmer along the 5 1/4 inch edge, moved it over to the 1/2 inch mark, and cut from 1 1/8 down. I repeated that process on the other side. I rotated the panel to the 1 3/4 inch edge, moved it over to the 1 1/8 mark, and cut from 1/2 inch to 4 3/4. The far right wing panel measures at 1 7/8 by 5 1/4 inches, and the center panel measures at 3 1/4 by 3 3/4 inches. I embossed all panels with the Connections 3D embossing folder from Altenew. I added adhesive to the top, side, and bottom of the right wing panel to create a sentiment pocket. I cut down a piece of cardstock measuring at 1.5 by 4 1/4 inches to fit inside of the sentiment pocket. I decorated the card with the Craft a Flower Garden Cosmos layering die set and the Just Because sentiment from the Versatile Greetings Comfort Edition. And that is how this card came together. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.